Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to have you all here today. My name is Chinwe, and you're tuned in to Resplendence Language Arts, where we explore language with culture and passion. So today's session is really special. We are joined by a wonderful Spanish teacher, Hermana Lady. Um,
Hi.
Lady brings a beautiful Afro-Colombian touch to the way she teaches Spanish, and we can't wait for you to get to know her better, her journey, her teaching style, and what she has in store for our students today. So, whether you're learning Spanish for the first time or you're just curious about how culture and language connect, you're in the right place. So, grab your notebook, drop your questions in the comments, and stay with us till the end. So, let's dive right in. Now I would like to turn it over to Lady. Lady, can you introduce yourself and share a bit about your background and your journey with Spanish?
Well, I'm Lady. I'm from the Caribbean coast of Colombia. Where I'm from, and it's a place full of history, music, and everyday. I'm sorry, magic. Um, I started teaching Spanish because I really wanted to share who I am, how I speak, my culture to other people.
Okay. All right. Lovely. Thank you so much, Lady, for the beautiful introduction. So it's inspiring to hear behind what you do, and I'm sure our viewers are ready. Okay, ready and feeling the passion for teaching Spanish. So now let's go into some questions to help everyone get to know you and your teaching style even better. Please, can you introduce yourself to us? Okay, you've done that. Sorry. Can you share a little bit about where you're from and what it means to be Afro-Colombian?
I'm from Barranquilla, that is the coast of Colombia. Um, Being Afro-Colombian for me means carrying deep ancestral roots. We try to shape like the modern culture through how we speak, how we live, how is our identity, and I always try to live super loud, proud, and keep that alive. So that's how I live being an Afro-Colombian.
All right. Thank you for that. And my next question is what are some traditions, foods, or music styles that are unique to Afro-Colombian communities?
Well, we are really like proud of our food. There is something really special that is called arroz de coco. That is like coconut rice, super sweet. Um, we also one of our main foods are fish, and we have really great traditions in music, like for example cumbia, mapale, bullerengue. Those are the things that carry the Afro-Colombian traditions in here in Colombia.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that. My next question is how do African roots show up in the way people speak Spanish in your region?
How the Afro? Can you repeat it, please?
Okay, so I said, how do African roots show up in the way people speak Spanish in your region?
Oh well. It shapes how we explain things, how we talk, our accent, the expressions, the way we move, the way we talk, the way we have like those relationships with other people with all that care and warmth. So that's the way we shape it.
All right. Okay, so what do you wish more people knew about the Afro Colombian experience?
Well, I would say that it's really complex and diverse. Like Afro-Colombians live all over the country. It's not just the
Okay.
coast where I'm from, it's all around the country. And even though we are all Afro-Colombian, we're really diverse because the accent is different, the dancing groups are different, the music is different. So we are really diverse. We are not just shaped in one thing. We are super different from each other, even though we're all from the same country. So that's something I would like people to know more, that we are not just like one stereotype, we are super diverse with everything.
Okay, so it's like saying people actually are different, people differ. So that you are not an Afro-Colombian doesn't mean everybody has the same character. Everybody
Yes.
has their own. Okay. All right. So what can people expect in the Sunday's free your free sample class is Sunday, right? Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
All
Well,
right.
I'm super excited about the free class tomorrow. What I want to do is like to have some basics, like the alphabet, how the Spanish words sound, and I want to show a little bit that diverse thing that I mentioned before, how the accent and how we say different things in each city of Colombia. So that's something I want to show, how to pronounce things, maybe greetings, some basic words, but I also want to show a little bit of the culture, how the accent is different in each place.
Okay. All right. So my next question is, what actually makes your teaching unique? How do you make learning Spanish fun and meaningful for people?
Well, I try just to not like give a class like a grammar rules and things like that. I always try to play games, do activities, real practice. It's like, okay, I'm gonna teach you this and I want you to apply immediately. So I always try to teach language through experience, like something they can remember. I don't try to be bored, like, okay, these are the rules, just learn them. I always try to be super dynamic. So, okay, let's play this game, let's do this activity. So, I always try to be um, not just sticking to a book, I always try to be really dynamic class.
All right. Thank you for that. So how do you are there like songs or fun things that you present during the free class, or just basically teaching of, you know, words and all
No,
that?
yes, actually, tomorrow I want to show a little bit about Bullerengue. That is one of my favorite rhythms that is from the coast of Colombia and got really African roots. So I want to show a little bit of that. Um, but it's just for guys to know how is the rhythm, how the songs are, and how is the dancing culture over here.
All right. So we're expecting that. I will actually be in the class tomorrow because I would want to know more about Spanish. Yeah. So my next question is, are there how do you include your culture in the way you teach Spanish?
Well, the way I include it is with accents and showing them like the real Spanish, how it sounds, how it's written, like something really honest and human, just how the books explain it. Because, for example, if you take a book that is gonna teach you Spanish, it's gonna be Spanish from Spain or from Mexico. And what I teach is the real Spanish that Afro-Colombian people talk, that is really different from the books.
Okay, so you wouldn't be talking about what they want you to talk about, but what the language actually is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. My next question is, what level is this sample class for? Is it for everybody or for a particular level of, people?
It's for everybody, because even if you're a beginner, if you don't know anything about Spanish, it's gonna be really beginner friendly. However, if you're advanced or intermediate, you will also learn some things because I'm gonna show a little bit about the culture. So it's for everybody.
Okay, all right. So why is it important for learners to hear Spanish from different parts of the world, like Colombia?
Well, because as I said before, it's really different from the Spanish you're gonna watch in the movies or you're gonna read in the books because that Spanish they try it to be like neutral Spanish, like it's not the one that we actually speak. We got accent, we say words different, um, so it's not the same like the one you are really familiar with. It's not the ones in the movies or in the books. It's the real one. Oh, you I think you're muted. I can.
Okay, sorry about
Mhm.
that. So my next question is, this is actually the real thing here. Why did you become a Spanish teacher?
Well, I remember the first time I met someone that wanted to learn Spanish, and I was like, okay, I can teach you. And that's how my journey began. And it was really fun. It was really amazing because I love when someone that is not from Colombia or doesn't know Spanish, they start to learn, then they start to understand it, they start to apply it. And it's like the way I can share who I am, what is my history, where I come from, what is that like the real me. That's what I started teaching Spanish. Like I did it once and then I was like, oh, this is actually something really nice, something I can actually share to people.
Okay, so it's more like I started it and then I'm seeing that, okay, this is actually fun. It's actually okay. All right. Okay, so my next question is, what makes you the most proud about teaching adults and kids from the world? Like, what really makes you proud?
It makes me really proud when I can see they are understanding, they're actually learning. When maybe they can hear a song and they're like, oh, I can recognize that word. Or like if they meet someone that is speaking Spanish and they can actually have a conversation. Or when I got some students that sometimes they travel to another country and they're able to go to a restaurant, to shop something, to ask for something, and they can have like a more immersive experience in other places because they actually can understand and speak Spanish.
Okay, all right. My next question is, why should someone attend this class, even if they've never taken Spanish before? Do you think it's something they can do? And what's your encouragement to them?
Well, um, you should people should take it because it's gonna be super fun. You're gonna learn real Spanish. Um, you're gonna learn a little bit about my culture, and you will be able to actually I'm gonna be pretty sure that you're gonna at least be able to read something and pronounce it in a good way. So it's gonna be super fun. It's gonna be super dynamic. So that's why I encourage people to enjoy and join the class.
All right. So, aside learning the language, you're also going to be learning about your culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, how has your personal story shaped the way you teach?
Well, I used to be my mom. Um, she is from La Guajira, and that is like where indigenous people are from here in Colombia. So she wasn't that familiar with the black culture. And I remember when I was a teenager that I started to, for example, straighten my hair and try to fit in the community as a different way of who I really was. Um, then I start like to connect with my roots and I start to learn more about what being black really meant. And I start to apply those things in my everyday life, and especially when I'm teaching. I always try to show the real me, my real culture, my real things, and that's what is so special for me to teach Spanish, especially from an Afro-Colombian perspective.
All right. Thank you. So, if you could recommend a book or a film to someone who is passionate about learning Spanish, which would you recommend and why?
Well, a book I would recommend. I got a lot of books. There is well, one of the writers here in Colombia, his name is Gabriel Garcia Marquez. He's from the coast too. And there are different books. There is one that is really famous that is called 100 Years of Solitude, Cien Años de Soledad. Uh, it's like different kind of Spanish because he used a lot of the words and the things that we use on the coast. So I will recommend his books.
All right. All right. So any film or just the books?
Anyone? Sorry.
Film.
Film like
Like okay, like film, any movie. Okay, movie.
movie. Okay. Any movie to learn some Spanish? Well, it's really hard because as I said, the Spanish used in the movies mostly is the
Okay,
translation is
Spain.
from, yeah. So it's really hard like to recommend a movie um to learn the Spanish that we talk. It's not that common.
Okay. All right. So what's the best Spanish quote, phrase, or word that you like, and what does it mean?
Like a Spanish phrase that I like. We use a common expression that is eche,
Okay.
eche, just like that. It's like when we say it a lot, like when something happens, like eche, like when we get mad about something or we are frustrated. That's a common expression in the coast.
Okay. All right. So the next question is, what's one common misconception people have about learning African languages like Spanish?
Well, one of the misconceptions is that they're expecting the same Spanish that's everywhere. Like sometimes I'm trying to explain a word and they're like, oh, it's not the way it should sound. And it's always challenging, like, yeah, because the accent is different, the word is different, it's not the same as the common ones.
Okay. All right. Um, so my next question is, why should someone attend this class even if they have never taken Spanish before? I know I've asked a question that looks like this, but this is actually going straight. Why do you think anyone seeing this should, attend your sample class and also take your class?
Well, because it's gonna be super beginner friendly. I'm not gonna teach you as you already know Spanish. It's gonna be actually a real introduction of the language, showing you a little bit of background of why I'm teaching those words, and it's gonna be super friendly beginner. It's just gonna be some greetings, basic words, the alphabet, how to pronounce things. So it's super beginner friendly.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Um, do you have anything you would want to tell anyone there out there watching? Do you have anything at all that you want to say aside from the ones I've asked?
That if you really want to connect, you really want to learn, you just need to be open. You don't need to be perfect. And I always try to create a space to learn, to mess up, to make mistakes, because I really feel that when you make mistakes is the real way to learn. So I always try to create safe spaces for that. Um, just you got to know that it's gonna be real Spanish, real accents, real way how we use it here as Afro-Colombians. You won't find some Spanish that is from Spain or some Spanish that is just from Mexico. Is the real one that Afro-Colombians speak.
All right. Thank you so much, lady, for sharing your journey and your passion with us. It's been such a joy having this conversation with you. And I'm very sure that anybody out there who is watching or has would watch this afterwards would be happy as well. And to everyone who joined us today, thank you for watching. We hope you've been inspired and excited. Okay, I'm trying to paste the link to where you can register if you're interested in, you know, learning Spanish, and you would want our teachers, like teacher lady, to coach you, to teach you from, you heard what she said. She said, she's creating a room where you don't feel bad when you make mistakes. It's all part of learning. So and you get what you actually want. Yeah, you get what you actually want. And like she has said, if you would want to learn a new language, you have to put in your best, and you have to really tell yourself that, okay, I want to learn this language, and go for it. So don't forget, ladies free sample class is happening tomorrow. So this is your chance to experience her teaching in action.
Yes.
Okay, I just pasted the link to register. It's quick and easy. Also, to be sure, be sure to follow us on all our social media handles. Yeah, at Resplendence LA. You can follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. Yeah, of course, here. Also on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah. So we'll be posting, we usually post upcoming classes, we post sample classes, we post language programs, we post cultural content and more. So let's keep learning together. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining. Thank you all for joining again. Bye.
Bye.